Welcome back to chickens. Well, I guess welcome to chickens because this is my long overdue Booktube newbie tag. So I realized, so I was trying to look up like ways to do like reading vlogs because I plan on doing more of those later. Um, and I found one thing that when you start this channel, you should do a Booktube newbie tag because apparently people search for those, and that's the way. And I should have been doing that if I wanted more people to watch my videos from the start. So, I mean, I guess it's better late than never. And I feel like now is a very fitting time since it feels like a new era for me in terms of reading. So, got the questions right here. I've thought through my answers to some of these questions, but I don't have anything written down, so we're just gonna see what happens. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? Okay, so I've actually wanted to do a YouTube channel for years. Like I probably wanted to do it since I was like 12 or something. Yeah, for a long time I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel, but then every time opportunity to start one came up, I would chicken out and not do it. Although I will say I didn't always think I would be doing like a booktube channel. Like and I realize now thinking about it that what I wanted my channel to be kind of changed depending on what I was watching at the time. So like early on, I kind of wanted to do like a Minecraft channel or a Christian channel, and then for a time I wanted to do more of like a political channel. And then I think probably around grade 12 when I was reading more books, I also wanted to talk about books on this channel. Um, and then, that was before I knew BookTube was a thing. And then I eventually decided on a BookTube channel. And why I eventually decided that is because I don't really have a lot of people in real life that I can talk all things books with. So I thought just make a channel in hopes that at least someone will listen. That was my thing for starting this channel. So one thing I forgot to mention, the first question, so I guess I'll talk about it now before I answer the second question, is um I I don't want to stick solely to like book content. Like if you looked at my channel, you probably see I also have some dance videos and stuff like that, but I hope to talk about other things as well, like maybe movies and stuff, music. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So the second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? And I've thought about this. One thing that first came to mind is that, like, oh, I don't just read the popular books, I read what I want and some things that are more obscure. But there are other channels that do that. Um, I guess, like, some of my ideas for series coming up or like different videos might be unique, but I don't know if I want to talk about them too much. And I'll be doing the um, swapping screen time for a reading challenge every month, so maybe that's something, but I guess we'll see. Question is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? Well, I guess I can talk about like this new era. I'm excited for the swapping screen time for reading videos that'll be coming up. I'm excited to film them and like and I'm looking forward to like talking about um some of those books before reading them and like see what happens there, and hopefully I'll be able to do the challenge successfully this time or like rest of the times. So yeah. Alright, the fourth question is, why do you love reading? Ah, so I think very simply why I like reading is simply I love stories. Like I I love stories and like people using their imagination, and in some ways to me like reading seems more accessible than like movies or um like TV shows because in the sense sometimes that like reading you can just get a book from a library and stuff, but also in writing them, because if you want to make a movie or a show, there has to be lots of people involved. Whereas for a book, it's usually just one person coming up with the story and all these things. So, but I guess that also comes with writing as well. So, yeah, just I love stories. So the fifth question is, what book or series got you into reading? I'm not really sure exactly if this is the right way to answer the question, because since I knew how to read, I don't remember there ever being a time where I didn't like reading. It's just sometimes I was more into it than others, but I'm not sure if those times was specifically because of a book or a series. Um, like like I became an avid reader in high school, and hopefully that'll be a video I'm talking about, although I don't have a lot of plan on it, but I don't remember there being a specific book or series that prompted that. Although I think one book that might have influenced um, me becoming an avid reader it's Hot by Laura L. Smith. Um, I I was hoping to have talked about this to talk about this book on my channel, because I did reread it in recent years, but some of the subject matter things that like I'm not the most comfortable talking about. Um, so I don't know much I'm gonna talk about this. So, alright, so the sixth question is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I don't really have an answer to this question, so there's about four booktubers that I like watch pretty well well, they're kind of the only ones I watch. I'm not sure which of the bunch would be my favorite. But two of them are like small enough to where if I really wanted to ask them a question, I probably could. Um, two of those, and those two channels are Harm's Honey and Nisha. I'll put them up on the screen right now. I have talked with Harmony a little bit, like on Instagram and stuff. She was actually very encouraging when I was talking about like wanting to start this channel, but then being nervous about them, and she was just like, "Go for it." And I'm happy that she's encouraging for that. Although it seems like since I've started my channel, she's been kind of ignoring me on YouTube. And if she's seen any of my videos, I can't really blame her. I'm hesitant to talk about this in case she hasn't seen any of my videos and I'm creating an issue out of something that's not there. But in my past videos, I have kind of responded directly to her points that she's made in her videos, which I'm not sure if that's a problem in and of itself, but even if it isn't, I don't think I went about it in a good way. So, Harmony, if you happen to be watching this, I am sorry for my attitude in responding to your things. And so, yeah. And then, two other channels that I watch that are kind of bigger is like Lexi, aka Newly Nova, and one that I've been getting into more recently is Faith's Rating Things. But I don't really have any questions for them, so I don't know. So, not really an answer to the question, but yeah. Okay, the seventh question is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So I've already started my channel. There's kind of two issues that like come to mind. One is like how to film reading vlogs when my phone microphone doesn't always work in filming. So I don't know what to do about that. But another challenge that I've realized in kind of watching back my videos to edit it is that sometimes I say things in a way that makes it sound different to what I'm trying to say. One moment that comes to mind that has this problem is this moment right here. requirement in popular romanticities and popular romance in general that the main love interest has to be a red flag or something? So the way I said that, what I meant to say was kind of like a sarcastic thing, like, oh, for all the popular romances, is there a requirement that says that the main male love interest has to have red flags? Um, kind of, I haven't even read all the popular romances. This is based on from what I've read and what I've heard. Um, so that's what I was trying to say, like a snarky thing, like, oh, is this some requirement for popular romances? But the way I said it makes it sound like that's already established fact that that's a requirement for popular romances, which I mean, it could be, I don't know, but that's not what I was trying to say. So I don't really know how to overcome that. If you guys got tips and tricks, let me know in the comments. The 8th and 9th questions, I don't have much to say, so we'll just do them. Right, so question number 8 is, when did you start reading? Whenever I learned how to read, which I'm guessing is probably grade 2, maybe? So, yeah, and then it's just been kind of phases of when I'm more into reading and not into reading. And then, question number 9 is, where do you read? I usually read in my little green chair in the living room. That's where I usually read. The last question that we'll do is, what kind of books do you like to read? I don't know. Okay, like I know, but I don't really know how to describe it. So I like books that draw me in, but I mean that's not really a genre. Although that wasn't always a problem, being drawn in. Like I don't remember being bothered by that when I was reading in high school. Um, but it is a thing now. So I guess in terms of genre, I guess is probably what the question we're going for. I mean, I've liked the thrillers that I've read, but I don't know if I've read enough thrillers to say that that's a genre I like to read. So I don't really know. And I guess with kind of the kind of books that I've had in my TBR for thing, um, I guess just kind of the vibes of the books that you have to read for school. So kind of like, well, these things that calls to be analyzed and like all these things, and also all the World War II books I've read have been pretty good, so I added some of those to my TBR, and I'm still not really sure, but I guess there's some, hmm, I don't know, maybe I can answer this question when I finish my TBR, so guess we'll see. Alright, that is it for my Booktube newbie tag. Yeah, bye.